Hello, and welcome to the Bel-E and Scratch podcast. I am your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, we have a special guest, the cat. She's occupying my chair.
The ginger cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ring-tailed cat.
definitely.
She's just sleeping. I'm on the floor. She's just sleeping. She's all purry.
Occupying the command center chair.
Yeah, which is mine. Come here, girl. Say hi to the people. Ow.
That'll grow back.
Yeah, it's called skin. All right, let me let her out real quick.
That's right, skin grows back.
Yeah, I gotta get my chair back.
I used to work for a dude that...
Where are you going? I
go
got
that
her.
way. Go that way. I used to deliver pianos.
Oh, the piano story.
Oh, I don't know. There's a guy that delivered piano for you. He had a saying. He used to say, well, you know, because we're always trying to put these huge things in small places.
Yeah.
Talk about, you know, protecting the product. Talk about skin grows back. Yeah, skin grows back.
Yeah, your job is basically like that, that piano moving job was basically like that, that Brian Regan joke. All right, Kalkovic, we fill these grand pianos with molten lead. See how many you can hurl in that third-story window in 30 seconds.
Kittikus Vakagagan.
Kittikus Vadagagan. Oh, I love that joke so much.
A strong man joke. World's strongest man joke.
Yeah, World's Strongest Man joke by Brian Regan. And you know what the weird part is? He's completely correct. Because the World's Strongest Man competitions, it's not like lifting weights.
No.
They gotta, I mean, obviously it's more entertaining than just lifting weights. You know, you got guys pulling the truck, guys pulling the horse cart by themselves, the modern version of caber tossing.
Oh, yeah. Throwing kegs.
Yeah. Hay bale tossing. They probably stole a bunch of events from the Scottish Games.
Well, it's definitely Highland Games.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the whole thing comes from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the act itself, the contest itself is is like an updated form of the Highland Games.
Essentially. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, man, she got me good.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're gonna make a World's Strongest Man competition, you borrow from the oldest and the best. Now.
Furniture. They would make great furniture thieves.
They'd probably steal... No, if they were smart, they'd steal the furniture that they themselves cannot break by sitting in it.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I pay for that furniture.
That's crazy. Some huge dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen what 300 and 400 pounds can do to a chair, but a chair specially designed to deal with it too.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's the type of furniture we need. Although you can't tell from the picture, listeners, you can't tell from the picture, 'cause, you know, granted it is an old picture, but we're larger folk.
Tend to be,
you know. I finally had to come to terms with that a couple weeks ago. You know, the whole thing of, you know, I can deny it no longer. I am thick.
Yeah.
Like with two C's. More like 3 C's, but whatever.
Yes.
I don't know.
Healthy.
Yeah,
So
because...
always use the word healthy.
Yeah, I think part of it for me personally, you know, in terms of, you know, body image and body positivity, you know, I'm not knocking it. It's just, hey, why don't I see people, just people in general, dudes, chicks, whatever, in general, humans, why don't I see people that look more like me?
Yeah.
Like body type.
Yeah.
Because the closest, like, the closest person I've seen with a similar body type to me is probably Gina Carano in The Mandalorian.
Probably.
You know,
you got about 3 or 4 inches on her.
Yeah, well, you know, except for the stocky nature, she's about it in terms of a match.
Yeah, I remember when this many moons ago when this clothing apparel chain came and got a store in our town. And I remember walking around in there, and I was really motivated to purchase something because I appreciated the style.
Uh-huh.
And just walked around and would hold things up and try to go,
Mm-hmm.
Finally, a clerk in there came up to me and said, may I help you?
Yeah.
And I said, well, you can show me to where the hats are because that's the only thing in the store I'm going to be able to wear.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, preaching to the choir on that one. And sometimes their hats don't even fit me.
Yeah, you got to... It's a little different.
Yeah.
And the clothes are more ugly and square, you know, when you get up those sizes.
Yeah, when you like go to any sort of big and tall plus size store, they tend to think that the bigger you are, the more stocky and brick like you are. But they usually don't take into consideration that you know, maybe the reason you're big is because you got the muscles and you're not a square. Maybe you're a V.
They obviously think your eyesight doesn't matter because those clothes are so ugly, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a particular store that's kind of, I don't want to say it's centralized in our neck of the woods. I don't want to give out his name because, again, we're not sponsored.
Correct.
It's the one that Matriarch likes so much. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I gave her a gift card to that joint.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the store, but that's not my style.
No.
Not even close. I appreciate the fact that they even consider plus-sized women.
Yeah.
That's not my style.
Yeah, they got like two main sections. You can coordinate everything based on. Okay, on this side we have the winter selection. We have the spring selection, and over here we have the couch cushion selection.
Yes.
Because half of that stuff in there you could use to cover a couch in those types of patterns. Probably half a store. You know, and that's your gig. That's cool. You know.
Yeah, if I ever got into any sort of fashion designing, like fashion brassiere designing, is that thing on?
Yeah.
Good. I'm just paranoid.
That's all right.
Yeah, if I ever got any sort of like fashion designing, brassiere designing, anything, I would just I had this idea for and it's trademarked, so don't get any ideas.
Right.
I'm not joking. I had this idea of now mind you, this is more of a chick thing, so if that's doesn't involve you, then you know, just chill. But don't choke there.
Don't worry. I'll self-resuscitate.
You don't self-resuscitate.
That's my superpower.
Yeah, I believe you on that one. But my idea for a brassiere type company, it basically would be 100% customizable. I mean, think about it. You walk into, you know, like, any number of department stores, some specialized, some not. Again, not trying to name any labels because we're not sponsored. But here's the thing, you know, chicks walk in there and, you know, maybe you got a B cup, but you're like a 36-inch for some reason. Maybe you got a D, maybe double D cup, but you're a 26 for some reason. I don't know. And
that'll happen.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. Maybe the store just doesn't have your size. Maybe you're beyond the double D cup.
You mean customizable on the shelf?
No. What I mean is, it'd probably be mostly online, of course. But I would basically make the commercial kind of like
brick and mortar.
Well, hang on, I'm trying to think. I would probably make the commercial like, you know, are you tired of going to department stores and you can't find it? Are you this cup size with this inches, but you can't find it? Hey, guess what? You come onto this website, you add in the, you know, the details.
Come on down.
Yeah, come on down.
Well,
add in all the details.
Right? They already got that kind of stuff, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Really?
Where you can just send an email or fill out a form and be like, I want this. I mean, it might be an Etsy page, but that's an Etsy page, like an independent. I mean, like a name brand.
I would think in an industry that large.
You would think.
That if you just carved a splinter off
exactly.
It's a huge market.
Yeah, maybe you don't want like a push-up style. You want something that's more fabric, or you want something more with a, supportive, no underwire, whatever. You just fill out a form, you tell what design you want on it. Straps adjustable, removable, whatever. And you put that order in, and then you pay for it, and then they send it to you.
Yeah.
I have yet to find anything like that. And that's what I would make. I would just straight up be like, hey, we literally don't care. Because we're tired of it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd call it something like Build-A-Bra or something.
Build-A-Bra.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. Just things like that pop in my head because even I get sick of it.
I would imagine that would be very important.
It's a lot more important. Yeah, I know. I'm alienating the audience. I'm also alienating the co-host.
Shoot, you ain't alienating me. I've been a nurse for almost 30 years. I've been sat around and listened to those ladies talk. They always check me, right? They're always like, yeah, I'm sure Nate's heard this before. Or, we're going to talk about this, right? Because, I'm like I'm like the odd man, literally. The odd man out.
You're literally the odd man out right now.
Man out.
At least I give you a choice.
Oh, man. They talk about all kind of stuff. It don't matter to me. I don't care. I don't listen to them anyway. That's
exactly.
What's so annoying about it. They're like, I'm like, I don't have I used to just say it for meanness, but now I just don't even. I don't have the heart to tell them I'm not even listening to you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's there's this type of person that's like, don't you be listening to what I'm saying, and then get mad at you
because you weren't listening.
Because you weren't eavesdropping.
Oh, I hate people like that.
I'm not. There's nothing. As assholish as it may sound, there's nothing about you that I find interesting enough that I want to eavesdrop on your conversation.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
I'm dealing with some stuff myself. I got, you might have the time to sit around and
just jaw all day.
Lean into everybody's conversations, but I don't.
Yeah, you're not Isa.
Yeah, really.
Still game.
It's a great show.
Yes. But anyway, I hate people like that. The only person that I would actively eavesdrop on, at least at my workplace, whenever she stops by our building, her life, like past couple of years, it's practically an HBO show.
You talking about the one that Busybody or the...
No, there's a couple of those.
There's the one that, what is she the one that...
She's the one where, and I like her. She's cool.
Yeah.
She tries to, she's got like she's got 3 kids. She's got like 3 kids. She runs a very tight ship. She at least cares.
She's a nice person.
Yeah, she's a good person.
Okay.
She's not a Karen. She's not a problem. It's just sometimes when she stops by and starts telling people about her life, it is just... It is just straight up like one of the best written HBO shows I've ever heard of.
Watch out for folks like that.
Uh-huh.
No, I get people that constantly, constantly jump the TMI fence.
Yeah. No, I have heard her talk about, I've heard her talk about...
Now, is she like sympathy harvesting?
I don't think so. She's
really?
More incredulous at this is happening.
And then doesn't stick around for the bonding and the hugs and the, you're so strong.
No, she don't do that.
Really?
Thankfully.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No, she's not fishing for
Now,
compliments.
that's a different kind of animal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You know, basically what had happened was she was talking about how, you know, her and I can't remember the order of it, and God forbid she listens to this podcast because she will correct me. Something about, like, it didn't work out with the first husband, but they're still okay friends. Second husband definitely didn't work out because he was a prick. Third ex-husband.
Third ex.
Yeah, she divorced him because he eventually started stalking her and stealing her stuff, and apparently had placed a tracking device on her vehicle.
And she divorced.
And stalked her. Yeah.
Before they divorced?
A little bit before, a lot of it after. Like, apparently as soon as the final papers were signed, he just decided, it's free game.
Well, see, I'm going to tell you something.
Like, trying to take her kids out of school when he wasn't supposed to, all that stuff.
Find somebody that's involved in their life well enough where they, even if you was with them or not with them, they wouldn't have the bloody time to create such a dramatic situation. If you got time to stalk after the divorce, that means you had time to stalk before the divorce, and you probably had time to stalk before the marriage.
I honestly, I try not to press her for
that just gets me, folks.
Yeah.
Find somebody that's involved in something. Somebody that's got something going on. Somebody that's got some dreams, some drives, some. Well,
even then, the people with dreams and drives, they don't want to haul around dead weight.
Well, the thing about it is, I just love him because he's so shiftless.
That might work in the movies. That don't work in real life, huh?
Get off the couch and go get a job, you bum.
Yeah.
I can't. I'd listen to that for years back when I don't even know what they're called anymore. They're honestly ought to be called the cat turd. These freaking sensationalistic, like Jerry Springer and those types of shows.
These dysfunctional people.
Man, I enjoyed the Gong Show, and I liked the Newlywed Show. Man.
Yeah.
I don't want people. I just think it's just sad. Although there's a market for it and it's completely legal. So
what you mean, like exploiting the toxicity of your relationship?
Yeah, it's pay attention. I see all these. My partner, whatever, running up my credit cards and spending all my money, and it's like, and this is the third.
Can't you leave?
Well, definitely if you're married, it's a little more complicated.
No, I know that.
But these people at a date, it's like, ugh.
No, I get it. No. I've seen like I've seen toxic marriage. Well, maybe not the most toxic thing, because I know you've seen worse.
No.
In my opinion, the most toxic relationship. Now, the main reason I say this example is
hang around toxic. Well, I don't really hang around people.
No, unfortunately, unfortunately, the position I'm in, I have no choice but to hang around toxic people.
Now, other than people that I am related to,
sure,
but everybody else does not get this consideration in any way, shape, or form. I have a particular set of, principles that I operate by, and I've been around people that have crossed those lines, and I wish them all the best. But I don't hang around toxic people.
No, not really.
Because I can tell you what it does. Matriarch and myself had a couple we hung out with before we got married and after we got married, and they were in a extremely toxic relationship.
Oh.
And
you stopped hanging with them?
Well, it was like every time we left their house, we would be in an argument.
Oh, God. So basically the toxicity would spread.
Well, yes. You can't help but... What you don't realize is the majority of what you're being introduced to by a toxic person or a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
You're in the splatter zone. Is that a good word?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. You're in the splatter zone, and which means you're too close.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll start affecting you because even if it's the worst stuff you've ever heard, you, as the individual, as a general rule of thumb, will identify with the individual you most resemble. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
This is why I choose to not associate myself with them.
When you got a battle going on in front of you, even if it's subdued, people do have a tendency to take sides. It's like surfing through the television to find a football game, and all of a sudden you're just a football fan, and there's two teams playing. You really don't know anything about them, but you like the game of football, and so you start watching them. You're not really pulling for either one, but then one of them just happens to have a parrot as a mascot, and you're like, God damn it, I love parrots, and
now that's your team,
and so now that's your team.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't really go into the situation intending to make that connection, and then all of a sudden argue that point of view.
Yeah.
But when you get involved with a toxic couple, man,
that's basically
you have a tendency to take sides, and then we would leave the. Because, we would never. This is what was so crazy, right? They were trading blows.
Ugh.
All right? They were trading blows. And we're leaving the house talking about what's wrong with the couch being over in the left corner?
Dang.
It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
There was this block of a crime going on, and we couldn't identify with that because we weren't in that type of relationship.
No.
Sure, my woman and myself, we have moved some furniture, okay? But we have never stood toe to toe and slugged it out, and nor ever will. So that was part of the information that was conveyed.
No, I get it.
And then you leave the house talking about the original innocent argument. Don't you think it's crazy that the couch go over there in the left corner?
Yeah,
because I wanted to go over here in the right corner.
You start arguing about stuff that doesn't matter.
And then, your mother,
and all of a sudden,
your mother and I would leave their house going, there's nothing, I'm going, there's nothing wrong with the couch in the left corner.
And then all of a sudden you're on the couch again.
And she'd chime in, it's better over in the right. And I just got to a point, I said, it started as the suggestion. We really, because they didn't trade out while we were there. That would have been a complete total deal breaker. Oh yeah. It's time to go.
Yep.
We see you guys in 20 years. So, but no, then it went from, I think we need to stop going over there to, we're going to stop going on that. We're not going back. I'm not going back. I'm just not going to be, because I could see how that darkness and that vibe would smear off on us. We were like driving down the road, we're just going back to the house after a couple of drinks.
No, I am I'm
away from toxic people.
Yeah, I'm in a vaguely similar predicament. Not per se that negative,
right?
But I am because of the nature of my job, my D&D night, and the dance I take. They're not per se toxic, but sometimes what they say and do is so diametrically opposed to how I feel, think, do, and say,
right, that
I basically have to do these weird backpedaling coping mechanisms and these Machiavellian personality blending techniques in order to avoid, in order to avoid not only exposing myself as being the outsider, but also starting a fight. I'm not joking.
Yeah, people, it doesn't matter what it is. People will get very,
I don't...
They'll get annoyed if you don't validate their
exactly.
choices.
I don't think that I don't think their views or opinions are wrong. I don't.
It's wrong for you.
They're wrong for me.
There you go.
Because I just don't think and act that way.
Yeah.
And it just forces me to be this two-faced narcissist, and I don't like it. Because, hypothetically, there's a big, some kind of fight or some kind of argument. I basically have to...
You can see the writing on the wall.
I can see the writing on the wall. Oh, yeah. But anytime something like that happens, I basically, in order to avoid picking sides or getting swallowed into this argument, I basically have to put on my imaginary gold crown and turn up my nose and go, I am better than you, and your arguments are beneath me, and then walk away, and I don't like doing that.
Under some type of comedy cover.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, don't get any of that on me.
Yeah. And in some situations, yes, that's when something bad happens.
I have something to do tomorrow. What's that? Not get involved in this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How gosh. Yeah, I literally have to have that mindset in order to not get entrapped in it. Because your buddy asked me how I was able to keep a certain mindset.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. He asked you, like, I don't know how she does it. That's part of how I do it.
Yeah.
I have to blend in and just pretend to have a bigger ego than I already do in order to not get caught up in this, tsunami of bullcrap.
Personally, I think it's more it's a more open-minded position.
Sure,
because there's all these people that are running around talking about how open-minded they are. But if you disagree with them, buddy, they're going to cast you out.
Yeah, no. I didn't walk into I never walked into these situations thinking, they're just, they're going to act this way. I never thought of that. I'm, trying to be vague because the internet, whatever.
I mean, if they cash it isn't because you want them to. It's just because that's the way they are.
No, I get it. Yeah, I literally just have to blend in.
And I mean, I think that's fine.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with that because I know what it feels like to fit in.
Right.
And I think I'm sure everyone's found this thing where they kind of feel adrift. They don't really fit in with anybody, and then all of a sudden they find
everybody
a group.
feels it. That's a completely
that's universal.
That's a universal dynamic.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
individual has felt that at least once in their existence. Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you find either like something like either a group or a person that you just really click with, and you just chill and you hang out with each other.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't last.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the only reason I'm not just making trouble for the sake of making trouble in these social circles is because I found that feeling in high school in the digital art design class. A bunch of people who were, artists and designers, because this was the career center.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed that immensely. That was the best part of high school for me. Because everyone would shut up! I'm telling you, at one point, sometime in the future, they're just going to attach collars to high schoolers, and every time they speak above a certain decibel level, they'll get shot.
They have to. Well, they're getting ready to talk as loud as they want to with everybody. Basically now, schooling.
Yeah.
Like you was raised.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the only thing that actually puts kind of a smile on my face, this is a sadistic thing, is all the people that either don't want to raise their kids or didn't know how to raise their kids or whatever. They basically create monsters. And initially, they would just let them out onto the school system. And every time a teacher would complain, Mrs. Johnson, little Timmy stabbed Bobby in the eye with a pencil. Well, that's your problem, because you're the teacher. Why weren't you watching him?
You don't like Timmy, do you?
You don't like Timmy, and Timmy's an angel. Yeah, these people create monsters. Now they gotta deal with them.
Yeah, you can't weed and clonopin your way through that day.
No, you can't.
Not every day you can't.
Not every day you can't.
You gotta. Yeah. You gotta get involved. You gotta engage.
Yeah, I remember sometime in like late March, April, somewhere in there was news 2020. There was news articles of parents have taken up day drinking. No wonder.
No wonder. It's got to be done.
Oh, I get it.
It's got to be done.
I get it. I'm not mad.
No, well, here's the thing, and this is. I kind kind of thumb my nose at it a little bit and kind of giggle.
Oh, I don't giggle. I laugh.
I've always said parenting is 100% natural. You don't need. I think if you allow yourself to be engaged in the spirit of it and accept it as it is. Poor parenting, in my opinion, comes from not engaging it. It's kind of like driving down the road while looking at your phone. Pick one.
Yes.
Okay, and commit to it.
Yes.
You be a great message reader from the phone, or a great driver.
Yeah, but you can't do both. And there's nothing wrong with taking advice.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you better because you can do both.
It actually just means.
All right. We're gonna have a geek alert reference right now.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Ooh. Okay, in the second George Lucas Star Wars film,
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. The scene where Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. And what is Yoda telling Luke Skywalker? Mind on what is before you. Mind on what you are doing. Remember that?
Yes.
That's exactly it. Commit to being a parent. Mind on what you are doing.
Yes.
And your path will open.
No, I get it.
So, there's too many people that they're like, oh, I can't party anymore. No, I can't stay up late anymore. No. And if that's your mindset, you are going to be one of the worst parents. Okay.
You probably should not have had kids.
Well, I'm just saying it's just that understanding. Just wait for it to go. Because I thought I had it. Mm-hmm. I did. I thought I had it. And then I read a book.
Yes.
That kind of gave me a suggestion. And made me realize that I was keeping my relationship with you and bro on a clock.
Oh, this one.
And you cannot maintain or grow relationships while looking at a clock. Okay. It's been tried. It can't be done. Not if you want to optimize it. You want to half-ass it and then accept half-assed. And, and you would get, as a parent, getting phone calls at 3 o'clock in the morning where your kids are in their 50s talking about, they don't have any money to pay their power bill because they smoke crack all weekend.
Because that is a thing.
Apparently.
Whatever.
Anyway, my heart goes out to them. I'm not talking about them. Uh-huh. That's got to be a hellish existence.
Yeah.
But, just commit to it. And, and it's only, by law, 18 years.
Yeah, by law.
By emancipation. Just be the best parent you can be. You don't have to be perfect. God knows But when you do make a mistake, please apologize for it. It will endear you enormously to your children, that they realize that you are human. No, you're just there's a difference between being a hypocrite and being a teacher. You did that when you were that age. Well, yeah, I did, and that's why I'm telling you not to do it, because I did it, and it has not served me.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, and it won't serve you, so don't do it.
Actually, not to change the subject too terribly much.
Yeah, we're getting too serious.
Yeah, getting too serious.
Somebody throw a pie.
Exactly. No, I don't mind getting too serious, but we've had like 5.5 serious episodes. I mean, technically the last podcast, the first hour was you talking about your car accident. And in the latter half, I am just losing my goddamn mind.
I am absolutely, that was an ambush last episode. I mean, I was like...
Hannibal Lecter's a ninja! My life is complete!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically that's kind of how our dynamic works, is surly old man with advice. You're not...
Shut up.
Yeah. And and essentially young child with problems with ADHD. No, actually, I don't have ADHD. I have problems with reality. There.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, not in a mentally disturbed kind of way, or something. I don't need medication, just in a way where I have lots of questions, but no one has answers for me.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's called being on the spectrum, and sometimes it hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Because I want to ask questions that don't make any sense, but no one has the answers.
It's not only, it's like if you see somebody you want to ask, that's what people don't understand. It's not that you want to ask this person that you see on the street, ask them a question.
Yes.
You want to walk up to them and grab them by the shoulders and shake them and then ask them.
Yeah.
That's what you have to fight.
Yeah. So basically, the dynamic apparently is a surly old man with advice and wisdom, and a small young human whammon with problems with reality.
A warrior.
Yeah.
An old man and a warrior. Oh, you're a warrior.
I'm aware. But basically, the thing I want to talk about, speaking of questions that no one has answers to give me, well, other than philosophy answers, which are not answers, are basically just extensions to the questions. I both love and hate philosophy because of this.
That's a good example. I like that.
We were talking about this the other week. It was the, okay. Humans gain sentience.
Okay.
Through either spiritual, a god, or evolution, whatever you believe, listener.
Right.
Whatever you believe. We gain sentience. We're at that point.
Right.
Okay. In civilization. One of the earliest known inventions, there's like fire, the wheel, and then, some form of alcohol.
Yes.
It was more of a discovery, I believe, but it essentially became kind of an invention because we innovated on it,
Yes.
So you mean to tell me that almost as quickly as we, as a species, gained sentience, the ability to think, reason, plan, etc., and we spent the entire time after having that ability with alcohol to turn that off? Why? Does that make sense?
I would personally like to thank the Irish. Anyway.
I blame the Germans.
No.
Well, Russians, but, because vodka. But, whatever.
Oh, no. The Irish, those Celtic people drink.
Yeah, I know.
God. No.
But do you get my meaning?
So once you get on the other side of being self-awareness, you're working on ways to...
turn that off.
How about modify? Are you really trying to turn it off? Because,
some people try to turn it off.
No, they do. Okay. Just as a whole. WHOLE as a whole. Wouldn't you say that people are just trying to modify it?
Some people, I would say, modify it.
Well, it's like putting a bit bridle in a horse's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to, as opposed to not having a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some things are harder to control and they take a heavier hand.
Oh, I get that.
And vice versa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, and here's the thing.
No, you want to return to the garden.
The metaphorical / real garden, whatever, because,
absolutely. The metaphorical garden, of
pre-sentience, whatever that means.
It's like Genesis 1 talks about it, where you weren't. It's kind of like a plant. You grew and you died, and something else sprung up from you, and that was
you want to unplant what?
You want to, after you become self-aware, then those are factors that you want to manipulate.
Yeah. I think part of what has caused me to realize this is, since Gen Z is so nihilistic, which is basically what I think happened is eventually our generation, we grew up,
right,
became adults, and then realized that all the problems that were already happening in the world, we just discovered them for the first time, and has sprouted up nihilism and a lot of drug and alcohol abuse because of the nihilism. That's what kind of helped. That's kind of what helped me along this path of
right.
We become sentient, and then we strive to turn it off. Would that also explain because alcohol was like one of the initial discoveries, inventions of humanity?
It's very early. It would have to be.
Yeah,
Just
like one of the first recorded things was how to brew some form of mead or a beer
any
or something.
kind of, it had to have happened. Any kind of storage of any of these complex carbohydrates that can be broken down into alcohol.
I mean, that's
just by sitting.
Yeah, exactly. I think
that
that's
has
how they.
To be very. I mean, obviously they stumbled across it just like anything else.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, hey, I had this honey in here for a couple months. Let's see if it's still good. Your honey's liquid. Oh!
Yeah, right.
That's how you would bet mead. I mean, there's more to it than that, but whatever. I mean, that's technically how cheese got invented.
Pretty much.
They would put milk in like these sacks that I think initially were made of animal stomachs. I'm not super sure. Well, they basically put milk in storage containers and then take them with them. And by the time that they eventually, would go, hey, we got some milk in these satchels, they would open it up and there's cheese in there. I mean, that's how cheese was invented. They just left it long enough to where it matured and
it's a happy accident.
Yeah, it's a happy accident. Like penicillin.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a happy accident.
Yes. So that's
all culinary art is happy accidents.
Yes. Or extreme experimentation.
Right.
Where it's like, hey, watch me do this. But I think I think part of the whole for me personally, the whole I'm gonna learn you guys a secret.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're scaring the fish.
I know what that means. You shut the hell up. Speaking of turning your brain off.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think personally for me, it's less of a turning off sentence and more like are you having a problem? Have you tried turning it off and then back on again? Kind of like computers.
DMT.
A. Shut up, Joe Rogan.
Yes, quite.
Yeah, if I ever get on his show, I'm just going to tell him straight up, unless you got a DMT to share right now, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah,
because he talks about it all the time.
Tired of listening to it.
Yes.
Put up or shut up. Man.
Yes. Anyway, and I'll say it to his face too.
Absolutely.
Not to be mean, of course, but
no.
What I do, I'm gonna teach you listeners.
Learn us.
I'm gonna teach you how to get legally high.
Legally?
Legally.
When did you go to medical school?
This was... Hey, I don't work for Big Pharma.
Did I work 5 straight that week?
You probably did.
Probably did.
This was also a happy accident.
You were talking without a prescription.
No,
over
exactly.
The counter.
Yeah, no prescription drugs, no illicit drugs.
Yes.
Arguably no alcohol, except that's debatable.
I mean, hey, if the natural process creates it.
Yes.
Anyway.
And I'm going to teach you how to create it.
All right. Next up.
Yes. All right. I have been doing this since approximately June to July of 2020.
Boo.
Yeah, I hate 2020. I'm glad it's over.
Thank God.
Yeah. Hopefully this year will be better. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, essentially what I have done is once everything opened back up in our area, in the city nearby where I work, there are only 2 restaurants I personally like to go to. There is a ramen joint and an Indian restaurant.
Yes.
And I like ramen, but I think they tweaked the recipe a certain way because it doesn't taste as good as it used to when it first opened up. Yeah. It didn't go from good to bad. It just went from amazing to good. Like, it's still good.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't make me go, I want to eat here every day.
Right,
Good.
Right.
You know, it's not like Brian Regan, fire up your taser. It's not like his $1,000 plate joke. It used to be that way.
Yeah.
It used to be that way.
Oh, man, I know. You'd be like...
I wouldn't.
You would be enjoying this stuff so much
yes.
that you would actually catch yourself and look around and wonder if anybody was staring at you.
Exactly. And
I thought I was alone.
Yeah. And they just don't, for some reason, that it just hadn't been, making me do that.
The nature of restaurants. Really
I know. I'll tell you what it is. I don't know anything about the traditional culinary kitchen staff of Japan,
Right.
where ramen originates, I believe. Well, there's probably debate over that, but I don't want to get into it. Anyway. But every single time I went to that restaurant personally, by myself,
right,
there was a particular chef in the kitchen. And here's the thing, I don't speak Japanese, I don't understand it very well, but I played enough Yakuza games, and I mean like Yakuza 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 6, and even Dead Souls, to a degree.
Yeah.
I know what Japanese swear words sound like.
Uh-huh.
And I would hear him, it'd be like something, god damn it, something, mother, something. Every time that dude was on shift, it was the best meal I ever ate. I don't know if that's a thing in restaurants where you like one chef knows what they're doing, but they have an attitude problem because they know what they're doing. I don't know.
Yes.
You've worked in food.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It isn't just food.
Okay.
There's a dynamic of that. You talk about, being the boss and
yes.
being the team leader and all that other stuff. Yes.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. But the ability to have that would be cool. I mean, if I had the ability to, and I love short order cooking. I love short order cooking.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
And
wait, what's the difference between short order and long order, or what? Like, what's the difference?
Long order is usually, I want a meal that's set.
I don't know what that means. I've not worked in food.
In other words, they said, I come in and if a customer sits down and orders basically number 97.
Okay.
97 gets the broccoli and the beef, and it gets the fried shrimp.
Yeah.
And you get an egg roll.
Yeah.
Just by saying 97 or whatever. Short order cooking is when you get combinations of things ordered. It's kind of like your favorite restaurant.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Yeah, they do kind of have set orders, but you can order alternates and variances.
Oh, so short order cooking is essentially if someone is like, I want a cheeseburger, but no tomatoes. You actually have to make it with no tomatoes.
Right.
But long order cooking,
it's kind of like short order cooking is kind of like poetry. There's a beauty to it where you've got all these different influences and options rolling through your head.
Yeah.
On how to put it together based on what people want. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay, I was just curious. But back to the ramen restaurant. I don't know what happened to that guy because before, this was like 2019.
Yeah, and then you get to cuss like that, and only 3% of population understands what you're saying.
Yeah. And every time he would just go off. Obviously, there'd be onlookers like, is everything okay? But I'm over in the corner going, no. Oh, no.
Don't stab him.
Majima, help me! People who know the games know what I'm talking about.
That's funny.
Majima, where are you at? I know you're here somewhere.
So does he still work there?
No.
That might be the
That's exactly what I was about to transition into. Back in 2019, every time I went there, the food was still good, but it wasn't like,
right.
super good.
Right.
And I never heard him just start losing his mind ever again. So I just kind of put two and two together and realized that must have been the guy.
That must have been the guy.
Like I said, the food is still good. It's just not something I prefer anymore, which is sad. So.
Oh, I would be too. I mean,
yeah.
It's interesting when you bite into something and the first thing that goes through your mind is, I don't think I got enough.
Exactly. And when you and I first went to this place, that was exactly our frame of mind. We didn't get enough.
I don't think I got enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, 2020 happens, the big lockdown, they shut everything down. So when everything started opening back up, I had to make an executive decision. There were these two restaurants. These were not chains. Well, the ramen kind of is, but it's a small-time chain.
Yeah.
And, I made the decision to essentially every Friday at the end of the week, just kind of get me through the week because, you got to do shit like that in 2020.
Yes.
Or you had to get you through the week.
Right.
I would go pick up food from the Indian restaurant because I figured the Indian restaurant isn't a chain and there are enough weeaboos in the area to keep that ramen shop open.
Yes, there are enough weeaboos.
Yeah, so that ramen restaurant is probably not going anywhere. Hang on. Okay, I don't know, just filling with it. Anyway,
no worries.
So I made the decision to every Friday just go to the Indian restaurant, pick up some chicken tikka masala with a little order of naan bread, and that'd be my lunch on Friday, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I have been doing that ever since. Just kind of help support the place, keep it open. And I like it.
Spend local.
Yeah, spend local. That place is local, and it's so good. Oh my god, I love Indian food so much. Oh my god. Love it. Anyway, so what I came to a discovery.
Yeah.
When I first started ordering it, they had 4 levels of hotness. It was mild, medium hot, and then Indian hot. And me, hearing the horror stories of how hot Indian food could get, I initially ordered it and went, okay, I want mild.
Mild.
And then eventually I worked up to medium, and it was good, but I noticed something started to happen every time I ate it.
Yeah.
There was like a period of 3 to 5 weeks where every time I ordered the medium level hotness,
yeah,
it almost seemed like my brain got really fuzzy.
Yeah.
And it was hard to walk.
You can get, that capsian, man.
Yeah, that's exactly
that stuff.
Yeah, that was what I was getting at. Capsian in the peppers that they would use apparently got me high.
That can happen.
Yeah, and it did happen to me. And I really enjoyed it. That was basically my turn the brain off and then back on again moment. And that's what helped me get me through 2020. And then when I upgraded to hot spicy level, it catapulted even further.
Is that where we are now?
No. The next step was combining a drink with it. Because normally I would just drink water.
Yeah.
Because I try to do a gallon of water a day because why not?
Because that's a good decision to make.
Yes, good decision to make. And recently I tried a particular drink for the first time and decided I want more of that.
That's cool when you find your niche. Really is.
It is. Not to be all, super white hipster.
Bougie.
Bougie.
Yeah.
But I really like kombucha. Or kombucha, whatever. I don't care.
I remember when sushi came into this area, and there was this one nurse I worked with.
Really?
And I love her. But she got on my nerves so bad. Oh, it was just one. There was only one place in town that made sushi, and she used to. Guess where I ate? The place that makes sushi.
Yeah. Shut
like,
up, Susan.
It's like, all right, shut up, Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah, we get it. It's so good.
No, I get that.
Yeah, no, you're not like that at all.
No, I know.
You like it. You like it. If you don't like it, no amount of.
Monetary value will change my mind.
Monetary value,
no,
or bougie pop culture, trend wave, will ever influence you.
Oh
and
yeah,
that's great.
No, I've actually gotten to the point where there's a particular brand of kombucha. Won't say its name because I'm not sponsored, and I want them to sponsor me.
Yes,
I want them to pay me in kombucha. Because
that's fair.
There's a particular flavor of theirs that I like so much because it reminds me of sweet tarts. And it keeps me from eating candy all day.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, this is the conclusion of the story, at least until I eventually get to Indian Hot. I'm going to get there.
You can bring me some of that too.
Oh, I will. But, for some reason, this is the method I use to get legally high at work, which is even better, because they can't do anything about it. Nothing. And it makes me happy.
Who are those mashed potatoes with brown gravy?
Yeah. So, basically, for me personally, this may vary to person, what I do is I order hot chicken tikka masala with naan bread.
Yeah.
And I drink it with this it doesn't have like one singular flavor. Basically, and I drink it with this particular sour kombucha.
Yeah.
This sour candy-ish kombucha. It's doesn't taste like candy, but it has that sour taste that sweet tarts has.
It does.
And I just did that one day because I'm just like, I have this kombucha and I have my chicken and I'm gonna eat and drink it together. And
I remember that day.
Yes, you do.
You texted me out of the blue.
Uh-huh. I was having a hard time spell everything. I just went directly to speech to text because I couldn't work anything. Yeah, that combination for me personally, it just I did not have motor skills. I was very, very buzzed, borderline tipsy, and I was to the point where in the armchair I was sitting in, I was sideways leaning over the arms, and my coworkers had to physically pull me back up into the chair.
You know.
There has to be science.
Indian
Kombucha and Capsian, for some reason, make a good combo.
There's very ancient knowledge to that race.
The Indians?
Yes.
From India?
From India.
Well,
some even say the first civilization.
I can see that argument.
I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm just saying it's been said.
Well, I'll tell you this: from the studies I have done because of the dance class, they have a library.
Yeah.
And I get to talk about this book on this podcast.
Now?
Yes, but real quick, the conclusion of the story is try hot Indian food and kombucha, and try that. You tell your medicine people to do that, and because here's the thing, I want an explanation. How does that work?
There's no Indian joints on that side of town.
Oh,
none.
Well, tell them to go to the one in town. Anyway.
Sure.
No, I mean like on Facebook and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Like Landrew. Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know, because I'm wondering about the mechanics of it. Like, how does this work? Why is it when you combine Capsian and kombucha that it just makes you buzzed?
Well, I think the Capsian is... there is I can't speak for the kombucha, some type of fermentation process going on.
Oh yeah, that it might legally be alcohol.
Well, technically.
To a degree.
and whatever enzymes that your pancreas secretes to break it down. But then there is the capsium, which causes pain, and a particular sweet pain, and your body releases endorphins, and those natural endorphins kick in. That's where the drug like buzz comes from.
Yeah, it might just be I don't want to. Would it be? I'm trying to figure out if saying speedball is not like a food speedball. Is that what I've invented, or is that what I've discovered?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where it's not per se
two substances,
two different substances for two different
are
to mix,
seen as enough on their own.
Yes.
And then to be combined
creates a new effect.
Creates a different effect.
Yeah. I think it's basically a food speedball.
Fusion.
But anyway,
that's what they call it in the culinary world.
Fusion?
Fusion.
Oh, a fusion.
Fusion.
Okay, I invented
fusion, which is
something else.
Somebody's lung. But anyway, fusion.
Okay,
Fusion. Fusion.
I think so.
Fusion reactor.
Yeah, something like that.
Taking something over here and something over there and combining them.
Yeah, I basically discovered a food speedball.
Yeah.
There you go. And I want all of you to try it. Everyone listening to this, do it.
Yeah. Capsian and kombucha.
Yeah. I wonder if it works with Mexican food. That's something you'll be able to discover because you like Mexican food better than me.
Yes.
So I want
if you wanted spicy cuisine, that was it.
Yeah, I want you to try it. Kombucha and Mexican food because, well, you like Mexican food better than I do.
Hold my beer.
But anyway, oh God, I was gonna.
No, I love the idea. I love to cook.
Yes.
I cook every day.
Yes.
And I love the idea of combining. I'm sure the terminology is really cool. I just do it on my own.
I get it.
And it's interesting how you discover. It's honestly and truly the biggest thing that drives and it's been in my existence is cooking. What drives cooking is the you got like of the 10 ingredients you need, you only got like 8.5 of them. And now you got to innovate. And improvise, and that's where the magic comes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was actually gonna. There was something I was going to talk about.
But I didn't do it.
I know. Dang it! I'm just trying to think now. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish what I started last time. Crap.
Don't want that back.
Yeah, I'm going to want that back. All right, I'm going to finish what I started. Season 3 of Hannibal.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Check, please.
That entire TV show is a trash fire, but I love it.
Oh, you saw the last episode.
Yes.
And didn't you make...
Shut your mouth. I'm getting to it. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. The show Hannibal is a trash fire, but it is a good trash fire.
I have insurance.
Okay, season 3. Okay. After the bullcrap that was pulled in the season finale of 2, the one where I figured, okay, they must have given the writers a bunch of cocaine because, some stuff happened that I don't fully understand. Well, I understand it, but I'm just like, why?
Nerds.
Yeah. Okay. I think at some point, now I'm not familiar on the history of the show and its production, whatnot, but I think at some point the creators realized that they were probably gonna get canceled, and they were. So they needed to wrap everything up in a semi-neat bow. Because they jam 2 different arcs in the 3rd season. The first 2 seasons, there's like 1 arc, kind of.
Yeah.
But in the 3rd one, there's 2.
Yeah.
The first 6-ish episodes of season 3, I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, but it's its own story. But after episode 6 or so, then it starts a new arc. That's where the Red Dragon takes place, the movie.
Yeah.
And I must say, the guy that plays the Red Dragon on the TV show, he did a very good job. Like, legit.
Cool. Respect
to that actor. You did a good job. Because I figured, oh god, you have to follow Ralph Fiennes.
That would be tough.
Yeah, and it was tough. He nailed it. For the type of show that they were doing, he nailed it. I give that guy respect. I don't know his name, but I respect him. Yeah, the first half of season 3, it's that's if we're incorporating the movies into this is where the movie Hannibal takes place with the disabled guy in the wheelchair. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
The disfigured disabled dude in the wheelchair and him trying to kill Hannibal because he disfigured him.
Right.
That's where this arc takes place in the first 6 episodes of season 3, excuse me. And those episodes are dark. And because of how short that arc is, like, 6 episodes, they throw a lot of stuff at you that you as the viewer, if it was a whole season, you wouldn't mind. But because it's 6 episodes, you're like, hey, whoa, wait a minute. What? I'm not joking. They throw so much at you, so hard and fast. And, it's like, the guy in the wheelchair is, he's still a sadist, except he's got more people who are even bigger sadists or whatever. And...
He's still in the wheelchair in the series?
He's still in the wheelchair in the series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And... they took away Lecter's ninja abilities, which pissed me off. But at the same time...
What, did he wake up from a dream or something?
Okay, look, what happened is that, Lecter is not in the United States for obvious reasons. Yeah. And then one of the characters finds him, sneaks up on him, and beats the crap out of Lecter.
This is the 3rd season?
This is the 3rd season. This is like episode 3, I think.
Okay.
Episode 3, This character finds Lecter, and he is just whooping him so hard, and I was angry and so happy at the exact same time. I was happy because I was like, yes! Beat him into the floor! Do it! Throw him through the glass! Yes! Yeah! Do it! So happy! Oh, he deserves it! Yes! You don't mess with my boy, Will! But on the other side of that fence, I was just like, what happened to the ninja powers?
You need a nap?
Yeah, do you need a nap, old man? No. What happened?
Do you need a nap?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No. Yes, but no.
Yes, but no.
And I was just like, wait. Lecter's supposed to be a ninja. He took out like 2 or 3 guys. It took 2 tasers to put him down. Last time, what happened?
And he folds like a cheap card table.
And he folds like a cheap card table in this particular scene, and I'm like, well, hey, what consistency? Where is the continuity?
That's
why?
It's bad enough to pull that trigger and then at least let him be incapacitated where he's hurt and can't operate smoothly as before. But
exactly.
Just drop it entirely. That's a bad stroke.
Yeah, that just, oof. I mean, initially you could look at it and say, like, okay, the character snuck up on him. He surprised Lecter with a sucker punch.
Well, of course he beat him. He just hit him with a car.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Exactly.
Give us something plausible, man.
Exactly. But, no. He sneaks up.
You didn't have any of your morning ninja juice today? Al?
You forgot your Tai Chi, pal? But no, the minor character sneaks up on Lecter, throws him through glass, but Hannibal never recovers. Like, he doesn't do the back swivel move with the scalpel again, and I'm like, what? Where's the ninja? I want to fight! I don't, obviously a one-sided beatdown is satisfying in its own way, but I want some back and forth shonen jump type of bullshit.
Yeah, but you started it.
Yeah, you started this.
Yeah.
But no, all he gets is like a hook through, Lecter gets like a hook through his leg and he's like crippled for temporarily. So I guess I'll have to live with that.
Yeah. Bummer.
I want to fight. Anyway, I know that's not what the show was for, but they introduced the concept that he was a ninja. Whatever. Lecter still has a predictive algorithm for a brain. Like, hard predictive algorithm, which,
right.
It doesn't help everything. Let's see, they get past the guy with the wheelchair, he gets taken care of and all that stuff. This sorta came out of nowhere. Yeah. But it didn't.
It did, but it didn't. Okay, sure.
This was something that I kind of got. This was something I didn't roll my eyes at, but I kind of tilted my head in confusion. Apparently, there was a lady lady friend of Lecter's, if you know what I mean. And apparently, after she figured out what he was, he messed her up so bad, she turned gay.
What, did he eat her left foot?
No, that's the other one.
Oh, the right foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was kind of when I was like, wait a minute, you did that?
She was looking for that other lady with matching shoes.
Oh my god, that's bad. But anyway, I was just a little confused because I was like, wait, was there build up to this? I mean, kind of build up, but that's a little sudden. But then again, that arc was so short, and I think it definitely crippled the pacing of this particular series because you got two different stories jammed into one 13-minute, 13-episode series. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know. The pacing threw that whole thing off. And then, they don't catch Lecter. He surrenders, which takes all the fun out of it.
What?
Yes.
Surrenders.
Yeah, he surrenders.
Oh, well,
Because at the end of the 6th episode, Will Graham and Lecter are like back at the house. They're like back at the ranch, essentially. And Will basically straight up tells Lecter, hey, look, buddy, Dr. Lecter, I quit. I'm not, like, this thing of you going off and, like, running away and me chasing after you and trying to catch you. No, I'm not doing it no more. I quit. I'm done. Like, this is enough.
To be the most successful one of the partnership.
Well, here's the thing. Since he's so... Well, here's the thing. This guy has been pushed to his mental limits and beyond that to a degree. So... when he's basically he's essentially the great adversary of Lecter because he's the only person that got the closest. Yeah. The closest. So when he tells Lecter, look, I'm done. I ain't chasing you no more. You do whatever. I don't care. Lecter's like, don't harsh my vibe. And he surrenders to the FBI and then he's incarcerated. And then that's where Red Dragon picks up. And the pacing of that particular half of the series goes exceptionally well, in my opinion, because you're basically just taking the original format of the book/movie and incorporating it into a TV show. Sure. And that's not a problem. Yeah. I didn't have a problem with that. The problem I had with the third season... Yeah. You remember last time when I said that if this show ended on a cliffhanger, I was going to throw something
at the exactly what I was talking about in the beginning.
They literally ended on a cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Literally, there was a cliff that they dove off of. And I'm just like... I have to destroy my TV right now.
How cliche.
Symbolism.
I'm not happy about that.
I was not happy. I was so upset. Hang on, I actually need that.
It's part of your process.
Yeah. It's like a poor man's fidget spinner. Anyway, so...
Kidnapped hamster.
Someone's kidnapped hamster. Anyway, so that just irritated me to no end. I was like, guys, you knew you were gonna be canceled. Otherwise, you wouldn't have jammed 2 arcs into the same season. Why couldn't you just let it be? Just let it go. Just, let it end. I'm not gonna hit you. But no. Just let it end in this semi-ambiguous way, kind of like the movie Castaway.
Well, that's kind of a passive-aggressive way to get your jollies, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're done. We're not going to get another shot.
But...
let's ride this hand cart to hell.
Exactly. Jesus, no wonder people threw a fit when that show got canceled. That makes so much sense.
I've been so invested in this for 3 years.
Yeah.
And now and it's done.
Yeah, and then it's done.
Man.
Oh, no, I now understand why people threw a fit. Like,
Sure.
a fit.
Sure.
I was there when people were just losing their mind, passing out petitions and all that stuff that I mentioned last time. Now I get it. Because you didn't give them closure.
That's right, it's just an open, oozing wound.
Exactly. I would have been on board with the petitions if I thought the show was...
literary bastards.
Exactly. If I thought the show was good enough to be saved, like if it took itself, I don't know. Like I said, I don't dislike the show, but it was just kind of just this glorious train work of fireworks to me.
Sure.
But that made me mad. The fact they literally ended it on a cliffhanger. A literal cliffhanger.
Well, I mean, what could be more enjoyable than writing yourself into a corner that you don't have to write yourself out?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I would do that.
That would have to be, okay. And this time, and then when he pulls the flamethrower out,
Yeah. Just do, like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just pull the flamethrower out.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, that means I don't have to watch it anymore, except I keep hearing buzz and rumors that they're going to bring it back to Netflix, and I'm like, no! Oh, dear God, no!
Part 2, The Search for More Money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if those rumors are true that Netflix is going to try to bring back Hannibal,
well,
but if they bring it back, I'm there, man.
The thing.
I can't give up anymore.
They set it out there and it gains an audience.
Yes.
Kind of stews, right? It's like, hey, I'm gonna saute these vegetables and then I'm gonna pour in this stock and I'm gonna make soup.
Oh, how appropriate we're talking about Hannibal.
Yes. And
you're so punny.
So they let it stew for a while, and let it gain an audience, and then when it hits the magic number that'll make it profitable again, bang.
Yeah. No, I get...
That's the new business model.
No, I get that. Well, also the new business model is just the way streaming services operate. Here's the thing. Streaming services, they automatically get feedback because it's the internet.
Right.
They see all the likes and the dislikes and the viewing and the watch time. They get immediate results if something is popular.
True. But they also basically get the equivalent of season ticket holders.
Yes.
Where they gain a demographic of people that if they got an email that said, hey, if we did a season 4, would you watch yes or no? When they get enough yes clicks,
then they'll do it.
Then they'll do it.
Exactly.
Okay. That's a
But here's the other thing. Alongside these rumors of a revival of a season 4 of Hannibal, I've also heard that Disney Plus may bring back Firefly, which rumor is like they're basically just going to ignore everything that happened in Serenity, to which I say, how? No! But anyway. I mean, if
they'll
I don't know.
automatically get the original fans.
Yeah.
At least for the first season.
Oh yeah.
And they'll update it in a way and probably put somebody in it that
Jon Favreau.
more people your generation, the names you would recognize, and they'll tune in for that.
I'm just saying, if Disney Plus
try to net a younger audience.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, if Disney Plus hypothetically brought back Firefly, I don't know how you do it, because the Preacher Man's dead. The actor, I forget his name. I think his name's Church, but no, wait, that's Red versus Blue. But yeah, I mean, you know, with all these rumors circulating, bringing back Firefly, bringing back Hannibal, the show Evil was apparently on NBC, I think.
Really?
Yeah, or CBS, I can't remember. It's one of those. So it actually got me thinking, what if... Now, I know I know in real life we've jawed about how streaming services is probably gonna kill TV, but I think it's gonna do it in a way we didn't expect.
That's usually how it happens.
What I think streaming services, it's not just the fact that, you know, you have literally every show at your fingertips and whatnot.
Right.
But I think part of it is if hypothetically a show starts off on like a mainstream TV network, hypothetically, and it gets canceled, it can get picked right back up by a streaming services, like the IP, everything gets picked up by a streaming service, and the streaming service will take this IP, this show, and make it even more popular than it was before.
It can.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically, there's now no longer a reason to cancel shows. Because if a TV station cancels a show, it's going to get picked up by streaming services, and they will make more money. Does that make sense?
Right. Well, and that would, but for the TV network, that would be passive income.
It depends on the contract deals, but you are correct in some regard.
You create the idea and let somebody else pick it up, and then you don't have to worry about the production and the overhead and the cost. You just get a check.
No, I get that.
Now,
but
obviously, and it depends on what, you know. Here's the thing: I would imagine these Netflix productions. I imagine their overhead is a lot less.
Oh yeah.
Their cost to get something done is a lot less. So,
but you understand,
it might become a matter of production costs.
Yeah, but you understand what I mean.
Absolutely, yeah.
That there's now no reason to cancel shows anymore because it'll get picked up by somebody else, and they will take all the majority of the revenue. And here's the thing, passive income is good for just about anybody, but if you have investors, if there's one thing I've learned from the video game community, if you have investors, you have to make a certain amount of money on a product, or else people will just pull their money. Yeah. It happens all the time in the video game community. You know, it's also the same reason why if a movie like if it just makes its budget back, and that's it, it's considered a flop. Or flop, excuse me.
Yeah, you have to make twice the budget.
You have to make twice the budget because investors, people put their money in it.
Right. They
got to get their cut. And if hypothetically their cut is like, you know, they didn't lose money, but they got like $5 out of the whole thing, that's not a lot of money. They're probably not going to take their money back to you, even though they didn't lose money.
Possible.
So that's what, I'm rambling. I have a lot of problems with reality. That's what's up with the video game community. That's probably what's up with a lot of problems with the movie industry, is the fact that you didn't lose money, but you didn't make me bukus of money.
Right.
And therefore, I'm not going to give you any more money because you didn't make me a huge old profit.
Like I said, there's a new business model that's taking place where people vote.
Yes.
Those little like or dislike.
Democracy.
Thumb up or thumb down.
Wait, would that be a democracy or republic? You know, no, stupid question. I don't want to talk about that.
It's too late for that.
It's too late for that. It's like New Year's Eve at this time. I'm done.
I'm done, and now it's 2021.
Yes.
January the 1st, 2021.
Yes. We made it.
We made it.
Ow. My back. Anyway.
Gonna make the next one, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just happy that 2020 is over.
Me, too.
I'm sorry for rambling.
It's okay.
You good? You got anything else to talk about? Because I know we got stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Because I'm tired and... well, I guess that's it, folks.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. That is my complete review of the show Hannibal. It is a trash fire, but I loved every second of it.
It'll come up later, don't worry.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know.
No, I think I'm done.
I don't know. This was kind of an ambush.
No.
How dare you?
Hey, I had to get it out.
You certainly did.
I did. You know, it's not me trying to, you know, pull your leg or anything. It's just me trying to get it out and get it out on the airwaves and whatnot.
That's right.
And yeah, I think I'm done. Unless something new develops, I'm done with Hannibal.
Cool.
You know, I'm gonna put that in its box
Sure.
and just let it be.
Let it be.
Because I've got other stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Let me cross off. Let me cross this off.
Yeah, cross that off, Earl.
Yeah. Let's see. I've got other ideas to talk about. See, Spock, Life Force, Young Ones, Doctor Who, Dracula, the show Evil.
We're gonna sit down and watch Life Force together.
Oh, I know. I've got X-Files, Star Trek, Squirrels at a Rave, and Proving Dragons Are Real.
Right.
That is going to be my thesis statement one day.
Works for me.
But anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Me too.
All right. That's it, folks, officially. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your extremely subdued co-host, Scratch.
Yeah, like, Jesus, you were subdued.
Just...
Tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Don't worry about it. And we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.